Oh, a little crisp out this morning, but I sure like to be outside in the springtime.
It's springtime in Wisconsin.
Springtime in Wisconsin, boy, that.
We'll have shorts on this afternoon.
Yeah, and enjoy that sun this morning. It's supposed to turn a little gray this afternoon, maybe get a little rain, but we need the rain. You know, you stand out here and you can start to see some shadows. I sure miss that shade tree we used to have on the driveway. Too bad that got old. We had to get rid of it.
Yeah,
But it sure
nice.
made it nice as the sun starts to move a little further and it gets hot out here. It was nice having that shade on the front of the house and some shade on the driveway. You could get out here and wash a vehicle in the morning.
True.
I think this year we've got to get after it and get a tree replaced over there. What do you think?
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
All right, well, why don't we make that a project this week and get a brand new tree?
Okay.
Let's get started. Well, here we are, beautiful sunny day, on our way to get another new maple tree. We lost a really good maple tree about 4 years ago in the yard. Perfect shade in the morning on the driveway. You could get out and wash the vehicle. That was an old tree. It split, fell apart, had to take it out. Well, today we're finally getting around to getting a replacement. One of our favorite nurseries in the area, just a few miles away to the southwest of here. Beautiful day to do it, bring the tree home and get it planted. So here we go, up this beautiful stretch of road. Gorgeous day. All right. After a fairly long journey on some old rugged township roads through some wooded areas, we're turning on to the last little stretch before we get to the nursery. Now this guy does a lot of nursery work, so you have to set up a time when he's here to actually go get a tree. We've gotten trees here before and have had really good luck with them. And he's got us dialed into a certain type of maple that is reasonably fast growing, yet fairly sturdy like a harder maple. So anxious to see what he has. It's nice to see everything green again in the spring. Looks like we're not the only customer today. All right, we're gonna go look for a tree. Well, we found the perfect tree, looked a few over. This one's got some nice height to it. And now we'll head home and get it planted. Well, where do you suppose we ought to plant that?
Well,
It worked out great. This is where the old tree was. Had to take that down after it, well, fell apart. Old tree. But boy, from here, the shade on the driveway was just perfect. Now I've got an underground cable right in here we got to watch out for. Runs over to that pole.
That side.
And that runs probably right about where you're standing. So I'm thinking, I've got this old depression here from, used to be an old pool in there when I bought the place that I filled in. What do you say we put the tree right here next to the old stump, and that should give us the shade just about where the old one was.
Okay.
Keep it out of the way of the wires, and keep it close to where we want it, and keep it away from that big tree.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right?
Yeah.
I will go get a shovel and I will start working on that.
Cool.
All right. I got started on the tree. Of course, we need a hole to plant it. What I did first was we had some broken roots in here. This tree came out of a mulch pile, so the roots are longer on one side than the other, and some were damaged. So I went through, trimmed out the straggler roots, the broken roots, found out where the root pattern is going to be. It's a little oblong, so I marked that with a shovel, went around the perimeter. Now that it's marked, I've started removing the sod. The sod I'm going to set in the wheelbarrow. And we have a couple of bare spots around here from the winter, plowing and so forth. I'll put the sod in there, put it to good use. And then as I dig the dirt out, I'm going to throw it onto this tarp that's on top of this board, so I can mix mulch in with it and throw it back in around the roots as I start planting the tree. I have to wash these off when I'm done. Them tomorrow. All right, I have a hole dug. Just another example of how retired people keep busy, dig holes and fill them back up. Now I have a hole that appears to be deep enough for the roots. Got a couple stragglers I'll have to wrap in there. Now I'm going to dig it down. I see just a little bit more because it's just at the point where if I put dirt in, it's going to come up to this splice point where the trees were spliced together. The tree trunk was spliced to that root ball. And the reason I want to dig a little deeper is I'm going to mix some of that soil we have over here in the hole with a little bit of peat moss to make it soft and give it a little nourishment before I set the tree in. And then we will start shoveling dirt in on top of these roots and working it in slowly to make sure the tree stands up straight. So I'm going to do a little more digging, and then I'll start putting some peat moss in and mixing it in the hole. But we've got to get a good clean spot for the new tree to be planted in. Just about there. And it's this clay, that's the reason I have to dig lower and get the ground softened up so the roots can take hold down in here. And there we go. We're on to another big root. Let's take one more check. See if we're ready to start filling back in. Yep, we are ready. I'm going to start mixing and filling with peat moss. All right, I've got the hole deep enough. I've got the shovel laying across the hole to give me an idea how deep the root ball is. You can see my splice is just below what would be the dirt line. That's good because I'm going to fill some dirt in. I'm going to bring that up a little bit so it's just above the dirt line. So we can start filling this with a little bit of peat moss. I left some loose dirt down in there, chopped it up. So I'm just going to take a shovel full, work it back and forth. If you work it in layers like this, it's easier to make sure you get a good consistent mix. Grab a couple more shovelfuls of dirt. Get another shovel full of peat moss. Sprinkle it in there and work it a little bit. Let's see where we are. Okay, we still have a ways, we still have a little bit to go, so I'll throw a few more in there and then we'll come back and check it. I've done a little more mixing and filling, and you can see that the splice is right at the shovel line. I probably bring it up a little higher when I fill this, but now as I put dirt in around the roots, I can shake to work that dirt in around them on the lower roots until I get the position I want and then finish filling the roots in. So I'm going to start doing that, and we'll come back after I got the tree set where it can stand by itself. I have enough dirt in here now that the tree can stand. Thank goodness it's a calm day. If it was windy, I'd be having a little bit of a problem. So I've got enough dirt around the roots. At this point, what I was doing is bringing some dirt down, making sure it was broken up, trying to take some of this loamier dirt that came out of the hole first from the bottom of this pile, break it up, mix some peat moss in, do the mixing up here, and then sprinkle it in around the roots. Now what I need to do before I go any further is take my shovel handle and tamp some of this dirt in. The vibration will make the dirt start to settle in around the roots. Get in here with my hand and shake it a little bit. If I've got a clump, break that up, because now you want to make sure that you don't have air around these roots. That's not good for them. You want to make sure they're completely covered. So it's not enough just to throw dirt into the hole. You got to make sure that you have worked it down in. So I will continue with this process till I have the tree secure enough where I can make sure it's completely plumb, and we'll talk about how to do that in the next section. Now comes a very important step, making sure that the tree is straight and plumb, because once it gets set and starts to grow and it's crooked, you can't get it straight. So I have enough dirt in here now to adjust with, and what I always do, since I've got buildings here, is I just eyeball the trunk of the tree up with the edges of the buildings. I have a shed over there, corner of the house here, corner of the house there. So I've got 4 points where I can determine if the tree is straight. So I have to pull it this way just a little bit towards me. And to make it stay there, the dirt on this side, I'm tamping it in a little deeper under those roots. And I believe I have it in place. I will step back to get a little better perspective on that. I'm lined up with the north end of the house. I'm plumb with the south end of the house. I'm plumb with the west end of the shed, and I'm plumb with the east end of the shed. All the corners. All right, with that step out of the way, I can just finish filling the hole. We'll take one more check on the height of our notch, and that's just perfect, our splice. So I'm ready to fill this in. We'll come back after the hole is filled. We'll go on to the next step. There you have it. We have planted a tree. I filled it in, tamped the dirt in, and raked dirt around, and then I made a little trench, because tonight I'm going to bring the hose up and soak this in with just a little trickle of water. Now, as you can see, this tree is still pretty dormant. and that's what I wanted to do, is catch it before it leafed out. So it won't experience really much shock because it was growing in mulch. It was a bare root tree. So tonight we'll get some moisture on it, get it soaked in good. And then tomorrow we'll level the dirt up a little bit. I'll put some bark mulch around here and push in a couple of half-length fertilizer stakes and spray it with a little deer repellent, because the deer just love new maple trees, and we should be ready to watch it grow this summer. Put a little trickle of water on the tree from the hose. Let that run for a few minutes to make sure we got some moisture in the ground. Let that soak in overnight. Check it tomorrow when we cover everything up and put some more in. Being dormant, the tree isn't that starved for moisture. I don't want to get it too wet either, but we do need to get some moisture in the ground. It was pretty dry. Let's finish things up here with this tree. This morning I came out, I leveled the dirt back into that deeper hole after I watered it in a little bit more. And I put some bark mulch down. That'll keep the moisture in the ground, and we're expecting rain the next couple of days. That'll help. And I drove in a couple of T-posts for support. And then my method for supporting a young tree is I just take plastic baler twine and I do a double crisscross wrap. That gives some expansion room for the tree itself, and yet it's pretty sturdy. And I put it in such a way that the wind coming out of the northwest, which is typically what we have, will push the tree into the string and give it some support. So now the tree is in the ground and it's secured. Roots are soaked. We have one last thing to do, and that's feed this tree. Even though I put peat moss in, this needs a little extra nutrient. What I put in for all my younger trees is I put in these food stakes that are for trees and shrubs. Maybe 3, 4 of those, depending on how big the tree is. And you put one, when you put them out at the extent of the branches on the tree. Well, for a tree this young, take one stick, break it in half. That's more than enough for a tree to get started. And all I do is, I've got a branch coming out to there. I just take the cap, drive a stake in, just go across to the other side, drive in a stake there. Pretty easy to do right now. I've been watering, the ground is pretty soft. Cover that up, and the tree is now fed. All we have to do is sit back and watch it leaf out and grow this year. So I hope you found this video to be useful and entertaining, and that if you have some trees you want to plant, or it gives you an idea to plant a tree, that you have success doing that. So if you liked this video and found it useful, please click subscribe and click the like button. Well, that's all for planting this tree. Thank you for viewing, and we'll see you again next time.